much. President, I say we are humbled by your leadership in this province. Program Director, I'm indeed privileged and honored to be part of this important occasion, which marks the official launch and the naming of the Northwest University Medical School. We, however, meet on a somber mood following the passing of Pope Francis. By the way, I'm a Catholic. As a province, we also join the global community in sending our heartfelt condolences to the Roman Catholic Church, congregants, and the entire religious sector and the faith-based organizations. Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, has defined Pope Francis as a transcendent voice of peace and a messenger of hope, humility, and humanity. A sentiment shared by His Excellency Ntate Ramaphosa, who he referred as a spiritual leader who sought to unite humanity and wished to see a world governed by fundamental human values, as well as the inclusion, equality, and care for marginalized individuals and groups. Because Archbishop mirrored similar personality traits and was relentless in his advocacy for the socio-economic rights of the poor, oppressed, and economically disenfranchised. As the global community continues to grapple with challenges of armed conflicts, human rights abuses, poverty, unemployment, as well as inclement weather conditions, among others, the voices of the clergy remains critical in showing us the light and giving us hope during these trying times. Today's occasion serves as a reminder of the journey we have traversed in overcoming our unjust past, the many battles we have conquered and hurdles that lie ahead. As a provincial government, we are truly humbled by this gesture to bestow Archbishop Esmas Tutu with this huge honor, particularly during the month of April, where we mark 31 years of this country's democratic breakthrough. The naming of this campus after this torchbearer whose selflessness personified him as a moral guide to our liberation cause must remind all of us what it means to be a servant of the people. His teachings must galvanize all of us to work in unison by being solution-driven on challenges affecting our people, cognizant of the values and principles he espoused as a humanitarian. As a Northwest, we pride ourselves with global icons like Desmond Tutu, who was born in a small city, like it was said, in Matlosane local municipality on the 7th of October 1931, and many other heroes and heroines of our province who were unflinching in their commitment in the creation of a non-sexist, non-racial, democratic and developmental state centered on democratic values and respect for human rights. Their contribution must remain etched in our minds, particularly as we envision a country and a province which lives up to the commitment we made during the dawn of our democracy, by honoring those who suffered for justice and freedom in our land, to respect those who have worked to build and develop our country, and to improve the quality of life of all our citizens. Today's occasion gives impetus to our continued endeavor of creating a better life for all by recognizing everyone's right to access health care services, including reproductive health care. This campus, which was a culmination of a joint commitment letter signed by the Northwest Provincial Government and the university in 2023, and supported by Dr. Joe Patla in his presence today will create access opportunities to students from previously disadvantaged communities as Ash would have wanted. He was an aspirant medical doctor who was denied entry into the medical school by the then apartheid government due to his poor background. As we forge ahead with this noble idea, the Klerksdorp Tshepong Tertiary Hospital, which has been developed over the past 20 years as an academic training platform under Wits University, will be key, particularly as a clinical training site. This includes a network of hospitals and clinics in the province, which will be used for training in primary health care. Last year, the Klerksdorp Tshepong Tertiary Hospital performed a successful first ever off-pump cardiac bypass surgery in our province for 2 patients at our newly built catheterization laboratory. They were supported by a team from India and Johannesburg, Charlotte Maxeke Academic Hospital. We are also the first province in the country to cure an extreme drug-resistant TB, XDR-TB at this hospital. All these efforts are part of our ongoing endeavors aimed at seeing to the full implementation of the national health insurance by ensuring that all South Africans have access to quality and affordable health care irrespective of their socio-economic status. And I have no doubt that this will have been his greatest aspiration, guided by the love he had for his people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Premier. We really appreciate those words, very important. I need to reiterate that I believe strongly that we all have a purpose, and therefore the election of the Chancellor of the Northwest University, Dr. Mokgokong, a few years ago, when the discussions and plans for the medical school were gaining full steam momentum, was no coincidence. And also the recent re-election for the second term, witnessing also this unveiling, is no accident. It would have been an injustice had we had the first term and we are launching without you. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, please let's welcome the Chancellor of the Northwest University, Dr. Anna Mokgokong. Kolobe.
Thank you, Program Director. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and distinguished guests, friends of the Northwest University, Your Excellencies, today marks a defining moment in the history of our institution. I am filled with pride because a dream I share with so many has been realized. Today, aspirations meet reality, and the future meets the present. Today, I proudly stand before you as the Chancellor of our Northwest University to declare dreams do come true. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northwest University Desmond Tutu School of Medicine is now a reality. The journey to this historic moment was neither easy nor straightforward. It began many years ago, seated in the dreams and goals of visionaries who dared to imagine a brighter future for our community, our province, our nation. These dreamers envisioned a place where healthcare disparities are possibly addressed and where future generations of medical professionals are nurtured and empowered. As of 2025, South Africa continues to face a significant shortage of healthcare professionals, leading to concerning doctor-to-patient, nurse-to-patient ratios. The current doctor-to-patient ratio stands approximately 1:3, equating to 0.31 doctors per 1,000 people. This marks a decline from 0.79 doctors per 1,000 in 2019, already lower than many countries like the UK, which enjoy a 3.0 ratio, India 0.93, Brazil 2.32, and Mexico 2.44. The South African Medical Association, SAMA, has expressed concern over this figure, highlighting that it is well below the World Health Organization's recommended minimum of 2.5 doctors per 1,000 people. The nurse-to-patient ratio is approximately 1:2, indicating a significant shortage in nursing staff. The World Health Organization recommends a ratio of 1 nurse to 6 patients in a general hospital. This shortage is attributed to factors such as inadequate training facilities, positions not being filled due to budgetary constraints, an aging workforce, migration of healthcare practitioners to other countries offering better salaries and working conditions. Through tireless advocacy, meticulous planning, and relentless determination, the Northwest University community united as one. Our staff, our students, our partners in government, private sector allies, and devoted alumni joined hands. Which, by the way, this is what we ought to do as a nation. We should be united as we face some of these challenges. We are not merely building a school of bricks and mortar, but we are laying the foundation for something much bigger and more lasting, a legacy. Today we open doors that will never close. Doors of opportunity, doors of healing, doors of compassion and transformation. That is why we have chosen the name of the Archbishop Desmond Tutu. He was not just a man of faith and moral courage, but also a fierce advocate for justice, equality, and human dignity. He understood better than most that the essence of humanity lies in our capacity to care, to heal, and to uplift others. His life's work taught us that no barrier is too great, no injustice is too entrenched, and no dream too distant to be realized through perseverance and unity. His legacy inspires us to approach medicine not merely as a discipline, but as a calling, as a moral imperative to serve. He embodied compassion, tirelessly advocating for those whose voices were not heard, fighting against inequality, and believing profoundly in the potential for good within every individual. Naming our medical school in his honor serves as a reminder of our commitment to these very ideals. His humble beginnings in his life began in Klerksdorp, where our new medical school facility will reside. In South Africa, particularly in our beloved Northwest Province, there remains a dire shortage of medical professionals. Our people have felt this absence deeply and personally. Families wait anxiously in overcrowded clinics. Mothers journey long distances to receive basic care, and communities desperately need professionals who understand their language and culture. and their circumstances. Today, we take a bold step towards bridging this gap. The Northwest University Desmond Tutu School of Medicine will not only train doctors and healthcare professionals, but it will nurture empathic leaders committed to the communities they serve. Leaders who, like Desmond Tutu, see their profession as a powerful vehicle for social justice and positive change. To our future medical school students, I say this: you are now custodians of a legacy that embodies courage, compassion, and hope. You have the privilege and the responsibility to carry forward Archbishop Tutu's legacy. Let his spirit guide your hands and hearts. To our educators and staff who will lead this incredible institution, I extend my heartfelt gratitude. Your dedication, your passion, your pursuit of excellence will shape generations of healthcare leaders who will profoundly impact society. Today, as we stand together on the threshold of this new era, let us remember that dreams do not become reality through idle wishing, but through bold action and unwavering dedication. I also pay tribute to our Honorable Deputy Minister of Health, who was the Minister of Health at the time, Minister Joe Phaahla, when we are finalizing our regulatory obligations. He came in at the right time. Honorable Minister, your contribution to this project has already been endorsed by our Vice Chancellor. We are almost losing hope when you featured in a very prominent way. And I must tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, it was not out of favor or capture. He asked very pertinent questions, and those that led to the closure of the regulatory requirements. And one of those requirements was, have you signed an agreement with the province? Because this project involves multiple stakeholders, and importantly, the province. And that's where our former MEC for Health, who's present here, also played a prominent role, because within a month, those issues were attended and addressed. So let me thank you, gentlemen, for your contribution. I also thank all other officials in other departments who also contributed to a successful closure of the project. And obviously, I would like to thank also the Desmond Tutu Foundation, represented by its chairperson, for also coming to the party and really giving this project credence. Congratulations, Northwest University and South Africa. Dreams indeed do come true. The Northwest University Desmond Tutu School of Medicine is our shared reality. I thank you all.